People. Que pasa, sapa, say what they do. Welcome to Jamaica Dancehall Source, your source for dancehall and our entertainment. And this topic is called Alkaline is sending out an SOS. Alkaline seems like he is a drowning man. Alkaline seems like he need relevance. Alkaline is asking for help to resuscitate. We are talking about his dying career. And people, this all started back in 2019 when he basically went in a liquor scuffle. We are speaking about with the six, and I am speaking specifically about squash. Now people, them have a little clash, and it basically went good. It basically set the dancehall place on a frenzy, and everybody was saying that, well, it sounds like squash win. However, we know that some persons were saying that Alkaline won. We are talking about him fans, we are talking about him stands, and we're also speaking about the blogger. So people, the point that I am trying to make is that it was a mixed review. Some persons say Alkaline win and most persons say squash win. However, when we look at the fact that Alkaline is an artist that is always claiming this levels card, so therefore when him start look at artists like Squash and the Six with clash, it only shows that he has basically relegated himself. He is not as hot, he is not as popular, he is not on top of the dancehall hierarchy like he thought, or his fans thought that he once was. Him basically relegate himself. So people, we are talking about back in 2019 and now we're in 2020. And even back in 2019, we also saw that he also picked after Vybz Kartel. However, you have to understand Vybz Kartel's situation. Vybz Kartel is incarcerated. Vybz Kartel's priority right now we are speaking about is appeal. He is waiting on the decision from that panel of 3 judges. So therefore that is his priority. So therefore whatever little back and forth they have, we are speaking about songs that are pre-recorded. We are talking about Vybz Kartel songs that were pre-recorded. We are talking about before 2011 and then they were spliced. So therefore you could not really see the real lethal power of Vybz Kartel. We are talking about his 2020 lyrics. We are talking about him 2020 delivery. We are talking about the flow. So therefore Alkaline was always going to have the advantage, and I am not saying that Alkaline won by any stretch of the imagination, because the truth and the facts that when you compare Alkaline to Vybz Kartel, it is not even a comparison. One artist is a legendary artist, one artist is a lethal, we are talking about lyrical machine, and the other one is okay. He is good, but he is not as advertised. Point blank and period. So people, we are talking about back in 2019, fast forward to 2020. He is still trying the same thing because he is on social media and he is making all sort of posts, and he must say Vybz Kartel fool because Vybz Kartel basically gave away himself by using the phone. And people, fast forward to 2020, we see that Vybz Kartel was also on Russian Live. So people, is there some sort of truth or is it just coincidental? However, the fact that Vybz Kartel is incarcerated and Alkaline is looking at a lifeline from an artist that is incarcerated, we are talking about since 2011. So people, we are talking about in excess of 8 years. So people, that is desperation. Now when we fast forward to 2020, we see that one of the latest persons that he is throwing his shots at, he is throwing his jabs, he is throwing his shades. We are talking about Popcaan because Alkaline did a song and the song is called Monopoly. So he is alleging that Popcaan is a social media and Twitter finger bad man. He is not a lyrical artist. He is not a gangster. So therefore, he must say Popcaan is a meme artist. Popcaan is not no El Chapo. He is far away from El Chapo. So he is saying that he is a coward. He is a dancehall track star. He is always running from a clash. Now people, the truth and the facts that when we look at Popcaan and we trace his history, he is not really a lyrical artist. He is a singer that have a melodic flow, that have a sound that people kind of gravitate to. So therefore it works for him, and that is the type of songs that he is known for. However, we see that Popcaan is also a jovial person. Popcaan is also a troublemaker. So therefore, he is always making all sorts of memes. He is always making all sorts of posts on social media, specifically on Instagram, and he is always subliminally dissing somebody, and specifically Alkaline. However, we see that Alkaline is a good artist. He is a good clash artist. He has a resume, so people don't get it twisted, don't get it misconstrued. I am not saying that Alkaline is a garbage artist. Me just said that he is overrated and he is fake. So therefore, if I deem an artist to be fake, I cannot really gravitate to that sort of artist. It is just not my type, being a youth from the street. However, we see that there's a lot of bloggers that are fake, just like Alkaline. So therefore, them have the same MO, they have the same characteristics, and that also goes for his fans. And that also goes for, we are speaking about these new millennial dancehall fans. People, everything about dancehall is fake. So therefore, Alkaline is always going to find a place. And the truth and the fact is that, like me say, he was a good artist we are talking about before 2016. However, since 2016, not so much. We are talking about at least a 4-year span. So people, if an artist has not been hot for a 4-year span, that artist is absolutely not really relevant right now. And people, don't get it twisted, don't get it misconstrued. Alkaline is an exception to the relevance rule because of the fact that he has a very strong fan base, and because of the fact that he also has some very influential bloggers that are always posting all sorts of things and hyping him up and basically overselling his stock and make him seem like he is a better artist than he is. However, when we compare Alkaline and Popcaan, people, Popcaan is leading by miles. Popcaan is a bigger artist. As a matter of fact, Popcaan is now the dancehall artist. He is a representative of dancehall right now. We are talking about hardcore dancehall since Vybz Kartel is incarcerated, point blank and period. And people, that is a fact. So the point that I am trying to make is that Popcaan is not a clash artist. Popcaan is not a lyrical artist. Popcaan is a TeeJay with a sweet melody. So Popcaan is a style artist. Popcaan has that flow that people gravitate to, and that is what made him successful. So therefore, to compare Popcaan and Alkaline, it is like comparing apples and oranges. One artist is a lyrical artist, one artist is a proven lyrical artist. We are talking about Alkaline, and Popcaan not so much, point blank and period. So therefore, we do not expect to see Popcaan in a clash with Alkaline, because that is not his MO, that is not his characteristic, that is not his strong point. So therefore, why would an artist that is a TeeJay basically challenge an artist that is also a clash artist? We are speaking about career suicide. People, that makes absolutely no sort of sense as it pertains to Popcaan, point blank and period. So the next artist that Alkaline is taking shots at, the next artist that he's throwing shots at, we are speaking about TeeJay. Now people, you know that TeeJay is from Montego Bay, or he is said to be from Montego Bay. And people, the truth and the fact is that TeeJay has been in the business for in excess of 5 years. However, he just got his break in the business. We are talking about maybe about 2 years ago. And people, he has been doing good. People, he is a very relevant artist. He is a very good, versatile artist. However, we see that Alkaline did a song back in 2019 when he was challenging the six. We are talking about Squash and Chronicler, and he basically called up some artists from Montego Bay, and seeing the fact that TeeJay is also from Montego Bay, he might have been offended. However, we know that TeeJay is always endorsing Alkaline, and due to the fact that TeeJay is also signed to Ramesh Entertainment, you know that TeeJay and Ramesh Entertainment and also DJ Frost, they are cool, because we see that Ramesh Entertainment, they are a politically correct person. They don't really like clash. They don't really like kind of controversy and drama, especially as it pertains to Shenseea. So we see that they're always going to make some sort of trouble and then kind of withdraw. So therefore, I do not expect TeeJay to challenge Alkaline based on the fact that Ramesh is also his manager. However, we saw that TeeJay also made a post on Instagram the other day, and it sounds like a subliminal aim directly at Alkaline. And people, he said something like this: them said them a lock the city, however we a lock them city. So people, it does not take a rocket scientist to let you know that he was throwing shades at Alkaline, point blank and period. And the truth and the fact that it is not even fair to compare Alkaline with TeeJay because Alkaline has been in the business longer. Alkaline basically get a big break we are talking about back in 2013, 2014. Some people we are talking about 6 or 7 years, and TeeJay just really got his big break we are talking about maybe about 2 or 3 years ago the most. So therefore the point that I am trying to make is that Alkaline has hit song. However, lately we are talking about in the last 2 or 3 years, we see that TeeJay have some bigger song than Alkaline, point blank and period. TeeJay have some hit song. TeeJay is a more relevant artist. And people don't get it twisted, don't get it misconstrued, because like I said before, when we talk about Alkaline, he is an exceptional case based on the fact that he has a very strong fan base, based on the fact that he has a very loyal fan base, and based on the fact that he also has some very influential bloggers. So people, the point that I am trying to make is that it is very hard to scale who is hot or who is hotter and who is not relevant or who is the more relevant artist, point blank and period. So the moral of the story and the point that I am trying to make is that I do not think that it is a good idea for TeeJay and people like me say. I don't know his lyrical skills, I don't know his class skills, and therefore me can't really say that Alkaline is going to basically rub him out or basically erase him career because me don't know what he is capable of. However, based on what I've seen about Alkaline, I would expect Alkaline to basically take out TeeJay in a couple of rounds. We are talking about at least 2 or 1 run. However, I kind of expected the same thing as it pertains to Squash and the 6, and people will say that it was a toss-up as to who basically won that clash, point blank and period. So people, the point that I am trying to make is that let the artists do whatever they have to do. So people, like I said before, I don't expect to see a clash between Alkaline and TeeJay based on the fact that Ramesh Entertainment is the manager for TeeJay, and also what does TeeJay have to gain by basically clashing Alkaline? Nothing. However, what does Alkaline have to gain for basically clash those artists? Me I talk about Vybz Kartel, me I talk about Popcaan, me I talk about Squash. He needs a relevant, he needs the hype in the dancehall space. So therefore that is why he is picking on all these artists, because people like them say a drowning man basically clutch it at a straw, point blank and period. So anyways people, that is my views on the whole thing as it pertains to that, and like I say, it is just my views and opinion, it is not the gospel. Your views and opinion can be respectfully different from mine, but let me know what you think in the comment section. Bless up.